listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on their show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy here, Phil's Gang Radio Show. Tired of Wall Street's games? We've got the antidote. Learn the art of short selling. And then you're going to gain a top-notch stock market education with Phil's Gang and philsgang.com. We're so confident you'll love it because we're offering a 10-day free trial to our working investor program. No gimmicks, just real strategies. Sign up to a Phil's Gang membership today and take control of your financial future. Visit www.philsgang.com now.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you really want to make sense of this market, you can't be listening to the fake Business News Network. They will not tell you the truth. They're to get you excited, to make sure you go out and you're happy so you'll buy something. That's not what we do here at Phil's Gang. We give you the truth, the direction, and that's what you need. Listen to me on my radio show each day and also on my Rumble and YouTube channel podcast. philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in. It tells you when to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Well, we think Bidenomics is clearly working, and it's not just about the here and now, although it's about that too. So let's start with where we are right now. Again, we have real wage gains over the past few months, and that consistently supports. Well, we think
real wage gains. Where's he getting that? Wage gains have been down for the last year. Where does he get this stuff? This is Bernstein. This is the guy, he's the chair of the economic advisor. Basically what he is Biden's right-hand guy to come out and lie to us about the economy. But it's a known fact. The wages are down, for God's sakes. So, it's really interesting. If we go back to October and the refunding letters, nobody's picking up on the refunding letters. That's a big deal. Refunding letters, remember, we're broke. The economy is, the United States is broke. We have no money. Once Biden and Congress spend and they send notice to Aunt B to write checks, to Yellen, there's no money left in a checking account. We don't have money in a checking account. We never do. We're always broke. because we have $2 trillion in deficits. We have an annual net loss of $1.2 trillion. And if this was a business, the accountants have to sign off at the end of the year. It's not a going concern. You have to file bankruptcy because we have a negative net worth of minus $21 trillion. This guy is unbelievable. So let's just do a little recap. Where are we? I promised you were going to have a rally. And I told you that November and December are strong months. If you don't get your crash in October, then you're going to get a strong rally in November and December because all the game playing starts. First, you have CEOs who hide a lot of stuff they should be writing off. But at the end of the year, remember, that's when they get their big bonuses. So let's say they have a debt of $700,000. They're not going to write it off in December. They're going to hold it back, and they'll write it off in January, February. You got a lot of that going on. Same with inventory. They'll lie about the inventory they have. They'll send a lot of the inventory back. I told you a story about Home Depot, the big trick they use with GE, with the light bulbs. They had a contract with GE. They couldn't even be questioned. If they decide to send $1 million worth of light bulbs back, they can't even question Home Depot, or they'll lose their shelf space. So these are the games they play at year end. We also have the Christmas rally. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but you get the point. So November, December are good months for rigging the bottom line for the CEOs. But come January, that's where you got the problem. Now, also we're forgetting what's going on here with these refunding letters. If you go back, remember what a refunding letter is. It's a letter that Yellen sends out to China and Japan begging for money and setting up the terms in which she will sell them bonds and hope that they'll buy them so she can replenish her checking account. Remember, in the beginning of the year, what we had to replenish. Remember what Biden did? He increased our debt by $1 trillion in 90 days, $650 billion in 3 weeks. Biden did what 45 presidents couldn't do over 172 years, at $1 trillion. So she sent out the refunding letter. And of course, we have to pay higher interest rates to them because they know we're weak. We're broke. Now, August came. And remember, this is, you got to listen to what he's saying. Biden's how everything's good.
We have real wage gains over the past few months, and that consistently supports.
That is such a lie. I'll play these through in their entirety at the end. But they're all lies. So August, what happens August? Well, Fitch downgrades our country's credit from a AAA to a AA. Too much debt. Where did we hear that? We heard that on October 19th. Remember, yields rallied to 5%. The 10-year Treasury yield shot up to 5%, and nobody said anything about it. That is the big red flag. But they're not going to tell you the truth. When you have a rally, when you have a 10-year Treasury yield, it's already inverted, and it shoots up to 5%, that's a killer. That's a killer. That is probably one of the worst warnings you want to get. Too much debt. But they come out from the White House, panicked. Remember, these guys are panicked, Bernstein and the rest of them. And they come out, Bernstein, Yellen, Powell, they have the fake Business News Network with them, to tell us a story. When yields at 5%. Everything's fine, they told us. We have a soft landing. Are you kidding me? When underneath they're sweating bullets. They're panicking. Debt was already growing at 65% faster than the economy. And inflation's growing at a record 40% under Biden. More than all the presidents combined. And Bernstein's just there, the chair of the economic chair advisor, whatever the hell he is. And Powell and all of them take parking space in the heads of the tourist investor, hey, everything's fine. Rate hikes are over, they said. This is it. Rate hikes are over. And soon we're going to pivot to rate cuts. This was in October. This was after Fitch downgraded us. And we're going to pivot right back to rate cuts. We're going to by doing that, we're going to drive the cost of borrowing down, they said, making stocks less expensive. As a result, we're going to be providing a great buying opportunity to buy. And what happens? The tourists jump in and start buying stocks. Were they nuts? Unbelievable. And they say all of that, the pivot back to rate cuts, stopping rate hikes, all of this is a result of a strong labor market. We couldn't do that, they said, without a strong labor market. Bernstein lying through his teeth, lying about real wage gains. The labor market's anything but strong. We had, this year, so far, 21 companies with liabilities exceeding $1 billion has filed for bankruptcy. That's huge. We have an inverted yield curve. That points to a recession. Why do you think we were downgraded? We have an inverted yield curve pointing to a recession. Never been wrong. Every time we get an inverted yield curve, we get a recession. Every time. They can kick the can down the road with all their game playing like they're doing, but at the end of the day, you get a recession. And you're not going to get out of this recession because the money supply has tightened. We never see it tighten so fast. The banks are not putting money supply. In other words, they're not loaning. They're not loaning. The lowest levels we've seen since the Great Depression. And remember, payroll, wages, employment are declining. It's half of what it is a year ago. And what he's saying, it's up. Let's see, nuts. More when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Moody's downgrading its outlook on the government of the United States. I'm just reading right here from the report that just came in here. It's saying ratings to negative from stable.
And ratings? Are you kidding me? Look, inflation, let's pick up on that, what they're saying. First of all, let's go back to the inverted yield curve. And then I want to comment on what we just played there. The inverted yield curve always, it's never wrong, points to a recession. And they can lie all they want, how great things are, we're not going to have a recession. It's a lie. It's always put us into a recession. And then on top of that, we have the money supply tightening faster than we've ever seen at banks, meaning they're just not going to loan you money. If you're drowning, they're not going to loan you money. The lending is the lowest levels we've seen since the Great Depression. That kills you, kills businesses, kills productivity, kills the small business. Now, because of this, the U.S. consumer confidence just fell to the fourth straight month. The consumer confidence dropped to the fourth straight month. Now, why is that important, consumer confidence? Because when consumer confidence drops, they lose confidence and they start buying the short-end treasury, 3 months. And that's how the 3 months becomes higher than the 10-year, and there's your inverted yield curve. But they won't tell you that. So consumer confidence, again, we just got the report, is falling for the fourth straight month. So inflation, is going to keep going up. I told you that. Inflation is going to continue to go high. All these people saying inflation's over with, it's not over with. Food prices are still up. Fuel prices still up. Gasoline's still up. Remember, prices are up on average. Stuff you need, 19 points. Compared to wages, almost nothing. Almost nothing. Remember, the Federal Reserve raised rates from 0 in March of 2022 between now 5.25 and 5.50. Now they thought that would kill inflation. No, they had to raise rates to 10% to kill inflation, like Volcker did. Volcker, I think, went to 15 or 20%. 5%. They started raising rates in 2018. That's not going to do anything. Inflation is going so fast. And they're doing it very, very, very slowly, raising these rates slowly because they want inflation so that they can become wealthier. Our owners who run everything, they make money on, their wealth increases with inflation. They're diddling around with these little rate hikes. 11 rate hikes of like a quarter. Volcker comes in. Remember, he was Carter's guy. And then, Carter ran inflation way up. And then Reagan came in. He stayed with Reagan. And then he moved rates up to, I think it's, look it up, Willie. I think it's 15 or 20%. But it was huge. 15%. That's how you break the back of inflation. We're not breaking the back of inflation. Inflation's still going up. You really think we're going to go back to the Fed's 2% target? What are you, nuts? That's never going to happen. It's not going to happen. Inflation is going to keep going up. We're never going to get back to that 2% target. Never. Borrowing costs are still going up. And when you start raising interest rates, first of all, when you start starving the communities, they do not loan and rates are going up, you're starving the economy of credit. That brings us into stagflation. I've been saying we're going right to stagflation. We are slow growth and high inflation and unemployment, high unemployment. We're right there. We are right there, but nobody wants to listen to it. This is crazy. Inflation, remember? It peaked at 9.1%. And then in June, I think of 2022 through 2023, it went down to about, to 3%. But the decline stopped in August and September. And then it went back up. Remember, we went back up. I think it went down. It went from 9.1 to 3 and then back up to 3.7, if I'm right, Willie. And that's because of higher gasoline and higher fuel. Yes, oil has come down. Matter of fact, we purchased oil when oil per barrel dropped by 35%. And we caught the rally all the way up. And then we took our profit, we turned around, we started to short it. But I warn my members every day, be very careful. You're going to see oil go back up. You're going to see oil go back up. So we caught it when it dropped 35% per barrel. We caught it about an 18-20% return. Then we turned around. I'm not saying every gang member might made 18-20. I don't know what each member makes. But we told them when to buy it. If they bought it when we told them to buy it, they would have. So I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now remember, payrolls and wages, okay, this guy Bernstein said how they're going up. No, they're not. They're half of what they were a year ago. And remember the quit rate. Look up, just go to YouTube, put up, say, look for a chart that says U.S. job quit rate. That's a great chart. Two things I look at all the time: the quit rate, because that always tells me the truth, never lies, and the bonds never lie. And the bond yield is telling us we're going to go into a deep, deep crash, and we're going to be in stagflation. Never lies, the bond market. So, again, when they say, hey, everything's fine because we have a strong labor market, that's what they're holding on to. Everything is because of a strong labor market. Everything. When the sun comes out, it's because of a strong labor market. Everything. All is a strong labor market. That's all they keep saying. No. You don't have a strong labor market when out of every 500 jobs you create, 450 of those jobs go to people who need a second, third job. Are you nuts? That's right. Just 50 of 500 jobs go to a person who don't have a job. And we got some more bad news. There's not going to be a soft landing. Because why? You need business investment to have a soft landing. We don't have that. It's a 20-year low.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grandy, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grandy, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out. philsgang.com. When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox Business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The existing retail data from the government uses surveys and is revised as new data come in.
Let me tell you what they do. The government sends out to businesses a form, and businesses doing well love to fill the form out. But what about the businesses that aren't doing well? Well, they don't want their competitor to get that information. Especially if it's a public company, they want their shareholders to get that information. So they lie. I mean, they don't send anything in. And what does the government do? The government treats them as if they were sent in. So in other words, when someone sends in the information, they'll give them an A. Think of it that way. They'll give them a scoring of an A. When someone doesn't send in the information, a typical government worker still gives them an A. This is how stupid it is. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Crazy.
In times of recession, a lot of companies don't respond to the survey. So when companies don't respond to the survey, the government assumes that their response is similar to the people that do. People that do respond typically respond positively. That's one reason why the data is coming in more positive than expected. Number two, there was a recent tax law that required gig economy workers to file for employee tax IDs. Given that they're doing that in mass, it makes it look like there's been a surge in jobs and business creation when there hasn't.
That's right, exactly right. That's what they do. Here's the one about market breadth.
This idea of the breadth of the market needing to widen for a more healthy market, I think everybody would agree with that. The question is, it hasn't really mattered. When does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Know what he's saying? We had the other day Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Meta drive the market, right? Doesn't matter. 4 stocks. So you take all the stocks, 4 stocks, but even to make that point greater, if you go from 2009 to 2022, we had 7 stocks, tech stocks, that drove the entire market, both in the S&P and the NASDAQ. But out of the 7, really 5 drove the market. Out of all the stocks. Doesn't matter? Why do you think when we hit January 2022, the rally couldn't hold? Why do you think the market cratered, went back down about 38%? Because it couldn't hold. Because all that cheap money, zero rate, all the printing of dollars, that inflation, so they couldn't keep yields, the 10-year Treasury yields anymore at 1.5, and they couldn't keep the 3-month Treasury yield at 1/10%. So the 3-month Treasury yield went up to 4%, and the 10-year Treasury yield went from 1.5% to 4%. That's why we had the crash from January 2022 off that 1,200% rally, and the Nasdaq off the 600% rally went down 38%, and we have yet been able to get back to that January 2022 high on the S&P. In fact, I keep telling you over and over, we rallied and failed 4 times to try to get back there. They're not going to get back there because, again, using the 50% rule, smart money's not going to buy. hedge funds? You think hedge funds are going to go in and buy Coca-Cola and Clorox? All these stocks. See, what happened was when the Wall Street got very wealthy, and the top 1% and the 101% got wealthy not only off the stocks, but got wealthy off the inflation that was being created. They knew what was going to happen. They knew it was going to blow up. You can't sustain something like that. You can't keep pushing stock prices up without profits, without earnings, just stock buybacks. So now we're back, payback time. So if anyone thinks the market's going to do well and we're going to just keep going up, it's just insane. But they've convinced people that it's true. And the big problem right now is all the downgrading. I mean, when you have Moody's downgrade you, and we just got Moody's downgraded us after Fisk downgraded us. So you got to understand that Biden and Congress are spending all this money, but the tax revenues is not supporting their spending, but they don't care because they get wealthy off the printing of money. They get wealthy. So we got Biden and Congress spending more money than we get in tax revenues. And it's been going on think about it, especially going on for the last 10, or the last 12 months. Really, really unbelievable, how our tax revenue is going down. And remember, there's always a strong, strong correlation between when your tax revenues drop, then your economy gets worse. But they're not telling you that. 4 stocks go up Friday. 4 stocks went up. Are you kidding me? And that's good? 4 stocks? No, that's great. So I'm telling you, when you have falling tax revenue, you have a terrible economy. That's it. End of story. End of story. And the economy, remember, there's no way are we going to not, we are in a recession. Forget the recession, we're in a recession. We're going to stagflation. That's the real problem. That's the real problem right now. And remember, these wages they keep talking about are horrible. Wages right now, real wages right now, and you know this, are lower now than what your wages were in January 2020. Remember, you go to the supermarket, not only are they marking stuff up, they're cutting what's in the bags. I mean, potato chips, the whole bag is there. I couldn't believe it. I was really in a hurry Saturday. I just took some potatoes, threw them in the cart, and just went home. And when we put the groceries away, we looked and said, "Oh my God! Look at it! The bag it was about 3/4 air." So what do? Oh well, you're going to make money selling short. So right now, what we do: play the game between now and the end of December. Do what we've been doing. We've been doing these swing trades. And then as far as an investment, we wait until we get a good setup before we do an investment on our Pro 2. And if you're looking at right now the banks like J.P. Morgan, and Goldman Sachs, all these banks, they were all swing trades. We bought Goldman Sachs on October 27th. We bought J.P. Morgan on October 27th. We're still in them, but they're not investments. So like J.P. Morgan went from like $135. We're now at $145. But that's what we call a swing trade. That's all it is. That's probably about what? The 7% gain. That's all that is. It's not going to go any higher than that. Because when you look on my Pro 2 color-coded chart, you take the high, you take the low, divide it by 2, and it's almost at that 50% mark. Remember, When you don't have a good, strong economy, a good, strong market, good earnings, good productivity, when you see these stocks that all tanked and you're jumping in and think you're going to get rich, no, it's all short covering. And until you understand that, and many people worse, here, take for example like JP Morgan. You know how many people are getting into JP Morgan today at 145? Are you kidding me? You should have been in that stock. You should have been in that stock around 130. But guess what? It's not a long-term investment. It's what we call a swing trade. You're in it for maybe 4 days, 5 days, a week if you're lucky. More when we get back. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on their show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, join my gang. Just go to philsgang.com, click on, get started. And again, 10 days free. And you're going to learn during those 10 days how to short and how to buy a stock properly and how to watch the bond market to help you make that decision. You know, we'll never understand. They'll shut the bond market down, but they'll keep the stock market open for, let's say, half a day during the holiday. That is stupid. How can you trade a market without looking at the bonds? The bonds tell you everything. Because, see, the bond is the truth. The beautiful thing about the bond market is the only agent that is truthful on Wall Street. The only agent. The fake business news networks, they're not truthful. They're not truthful. Their job is to get you upbeat, to get you go buy the stuff that's being advertised on their stations. Because remember, if you're CNBC or you're Fox Business, you got to pay for that airtime. And you got to sell commercials to pay for it. So if they're sitting there and they got $1 million ad buy, they're not going to get on and do what I do, tell the truth and say how lousy the economy is. Are you kidding? Because they'll take their $1 million, let's say it's Nike, they'll take their $1 million and they'll go over to Fox, or they'll move from Fox to MSNBC. Oh, that's a great place to go, MSNBC. So their job every morning on these financial news stations is to decide, okay, it's not to decide, but to make sure that everything is upbeat. Because if and they have, most of their advertisers, by the way, are car dealers. Auto manufacturers. And all the big three stations, okay, they all fight for Ford, they all fight for the same person. It's a battle. And that's why they come on and lie so much. You can't depend. The only place you're going to get the truth again is the bond market. It's never wrong. The other day, when the bond market shot up to 5% in October, it was really, it panicked the White House. It panicked them. They came out with more lies. It was unbelievable. Bernstein, they always send Bernstein out first. Oh, this man's such a liar. And he was panicked. Bernstein was panicked. Yellen was panicked. I think we have Yellen. Willie, do we have the cuts you're just talking about? Go ahead, play them.
But it wasn't just the president who got it wrong a year or so ago. I want to play for you what you said about inflation last year. Listen to this.
Is there a risk of inflation? I think there's a small risk, and I think it's manageable. I don't anticipate that inflation is going to be a problem, but it is something that we're watching very carefully.
Was it a mistake, Madam Secretary, to downplay this inflation risk? Did that contribute to the problems we're all seeing right now?
Well, look, I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices and supply bottlenecks that have affected our economy badly, that I at the time didn't fully understand.
Oh, she didn't understand. Well, you know who would understand? We should get rid of these people. And take a guy who's a truck driver, goes cross country. He'd understand. He'd know. Or let's take a guy who's a drywaller or an electrician. They know. They know when there's inflation. They know it wasn't transitory. These educated nincompoops, they're so smart, they're stupid. And they're not there to help you or help me. That's not their job. It's the power, it's the party. That's all it's about. Power. When you're the top 1/100th of 1% and you're making annually $500,000 and you have a net worth of when you're at the top 1/100th of 1% who makes an annual income of about I don't know, about 35 million, has a net worth of 120 billion. They want inflation, and they control everything. They control all the companies. They control Congress. They control the Fed. They control everything. And then underneath them, you have the top 1%. Those are the guys that are making, and gals making 500 grand a year with a net worth of 12 million. That's a big spread between the top 1%, whose net worth is 12 million, and the top 100 to 1%, who's 120 billion. There's not a lot of those. There's only about, I think something like 5,000 families in the whole U.S. I mean, but they control everything. And inflation is never going to come back to 2%. That's gone. That's gone. And remember, you've got to understand, every time that Biden is spending money, and he doesn't care, he could care less if he's spending more money than tax revenues. What does he care? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You've got to get somebody in there that cares. Prices are still going to go up. So what do? Just learn how to be to trade a stock. It's not hard. It's not hard. In fact, I was telling my members today to go and I don't care how long it takes, just buy one share. Just buy one share of Hershey. I'll give you the symbol, HSY. That's one of our stocks, one of our bonus stocks. We're in all year long, Hershey. We sold Hershey short. I think we sold it short on June 26th. It was around $258, something like that. And today it's $194. That's a 25%. Now what we're doing today is we started to do a swing trade on it. After we shorted it, we did a swing trade. We got in at around, I think it was around 184. Okay, now what we're trying to do with that, it's now 194. We're not trying to make big money on that. We're trying to catch the big money with all of a sudden all these shorts who've been shorting the stock since, in other words, there's a ton of hedge funds who've been shorting Hershey since June 16th. June 16th, when it was at 263. Now it's at 194. You know how much money they made? But they didn't make it yet. They got to buy it back. And when they buy that back, this thing is going to go through the roof. So keep following that. I don't care if it takes a year. You'll catch it. Another one is Delta Airlines, okay? Delta Airlines, that's another one. Now, we did a swing trade on that the other day, okay? We didn't make a lot of money in it, but I think we got in somewhere around, these are only like 4 or 5 day trades. We got in around $31, and today it's around $34. But it's a 9% return. Nice little swing trade. It's not an investment. It's not a buy and hold. Okay? It's not a position trade, just a little swing trade. Short covering, that's all it is. It's just short covering. We're catching everybody who sold it short. So if you sold DAL, we sold short around, I think we short somewhere around 44, 72 or something like that, and out of memory. And then it went down around $30. So that's a 32% gain. And when it turned red, it told us. And by the way, our chart, you'll love them, because when they're green, money's going in, then all of a sudden it's going to turn around. It will warn you they're pulling their money out and the stock's going to go down. It will turn yellow. We designed these charts. Now, there's knockoffs out there which tries to copy what I designed here. But this is the true, okay, Pro 2 color-coded chart, all right? And nobody gets, when you buy this chart, I mean, we really work with you, okay? But this chart's a beautiful thing. So, but DAL is another one. That's another, you can make a lot of money on DAL. See, you don't want to have a lot of stocks. You want to just have a few stocks you know well, and you stay with it, and then have a pool of bonus stocks. That's what we've got. We got a nice little pool of bonus stocks. The stocks that we're in every time for the whole year is spiders. We're always in the spiders. We're either long or short. My gang members who just joined, they just bought the spiders today. They just put a scout on the spiders today. But we have J.P. Morgan, Apple, MRO. It's an oil. We have Boeing, and we have Home Depot. You stay with those 6 stocks all year and you know how to short them as well as buy them. Why do you need any more stocks than that? Join the gang free for 10 days. Help St. Jude, please.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.